Oh, hello, and happy new moon to all of my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic weekend, but then again, Leos, I know you are because that's the intention you set, right? Good. All right, let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Leos as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect. These cards are trying to jump out. Money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I am talking to my wonderful, amazing natural leaders who are also kind and protective, very loyal, honest, vivacious, out here living a great life, very caring, creative. Talking to you, and you, very generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous, and very passionate gods and goddesses. That would be you, Leos. You, and you. Yes, let's get into your reading. So we have 4 planets that's retrograde, right? Plus we have this new moon energy, which is great. Now, I want you all to be more gentle with yourselves, Leo. I don't want you to feel like you're repeating cycles, because you're not. And I'm going to tell you why you are not. These 4 planets that are retrograde, we have Pluto that's retrograde, that's encouraging everybody to continue decluttering. Yeah. Decluttering. You could have someone, like you could have left a job, you could have left a relationship. So everything under the relationship umbrella. A platonic relationship, romantic relationship, family relationship, as well as a career. Professional relationship. You could have left some of those relationships, physically left those relationships, but there could be some lingering feelings behind. Maybe that person still has access to you, right? The decluttering for Pluto, like I said, Pluto is retrograde for quite some time until October, actually, which is wonderful because it really gives you an opportunity to continue removing things out of your space, decluttering. Matter of fact, it's retrograde until October 6th, right? So we're in this new moon phase, right? This new you. So be gentle with yourself, even if you have not completely severed ties with a person or severed ties with a thing. In your decluttering process, again, be gentle with yourself, right? Because vulnerability is strength. Like being honest with yourself, saying, hey, I was in a relationship with this person and I know that this person is a snake. Here we have the 7 of Cups, right? I don't necessarily trust that person's energy because I know they're not good for me. However, I haven't completely severed ties, right? I haven't completely blocked their number. They still have they're probably stalking my social media page. They're probably looking at this and looking at that, right? But this is really a time for you to be vulnerable, like be completely, because there's strength in vulnerability, right? And so this is where you're going to soften and you're going to let go of just like pushing yourself, like being so hard on yourself. God, it's a new moon. I should have done this by now. No, not necessarily, right? Plus, we have Saturn that's retrograde right now. Saturn is the planet of ambition. So you're going to be still focusing on your long-term goals. Remember, new moon energy is that energy where it's a quiet time. When you look in the sky, it's going to be like a little slither of a moon up there. It's going to look dark primarily, but it's not. It's a new moon, right? So this is encouraging you to start planting those seeds, setting those intentions. You know how I always say, I know you all are having a great day or a great weekend because that's the intention you set. It's time to like really set those intentions. Start watering those seeds that you're planting. You're preparing for harvest time, right? So it's like out with the old, but in with the new. And so that transition from old to new, that death, rebirth, can be very painful for some people. Very painful. Like when you think about a baby being born, right? Baby coming through the birthing canal and crying and all of this other stuff when the umbilical cord is cut. It's a death of one place, rebirth in another. Same thing with you. Some of you all, it's just a very painful process. You know that you got to come out into this new world, right, baby? But you're afraid. You don't know what it looks like. You don't know, okay, what am I going to hold on to? What am I going to grasp onto? But I know if I go backwards, it's going to hurt me, right? Yeah, if I go back, I put in too much work to go backwards, right, Leos? Yes. So this is where you're going to trust yourself. Look at this visual on this card. The person is literally sitting on a beach, right? But they cannot really truly relax because they've been bitten by a snake. Snakes are very, very wise. Snakes do add value, right? Because not all snakes are venomous snakes, right? Even though this relationship for you felt like it was going to kill you, like literally, like I got bitten by a snake. But guess what? You're here. This thing killed, aided in the death, rebirth process. So that's something that you can actually celebrate, right? And this is how you come out on the other side. On fire, feeling more magnetic, more happy, more free, just more like feeling liberated, right? Yeah. So again, be gentle with yourself. Plus we have Neptune that's retrograde right now. Neptune is the planet of illusion. So you're chasing your dreams. You're going after your dreams. But again, that's at that transition that makes everybody feel uncomfortable. Like, gosh, the relationship is over. Why am I still thinking about this person? It's not like a light switch where, you start beating yourself up like, why am I still thinking about this thing? Why am I still thinking about this person? Why am I still thinking about this situation? The moment it comes into your spirit, okay, acknowledge it, right? Because it happened, right? And then you replace it with something high vibrational, something that's nurturing for you. This is where you're nurturing yourself, right? Even if you were in a relationship with a person when you felt like there was your twin flame, you got to first recognize that you are your twin flame. You are your twin flame, Leo. You. So you want to balance out that energy. You are a giver by default. Your energy is divine masculine. Doesn't matter how you identify as a man or woman. Doesn't matter. You are a divine masculine. Now it's time to activate your divine feminine energy, right? Nurturing yourself. You don't have to even overthink this thing. You really don't. You really, really don't. Just say it. Come out of your mouth and say it. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to do the things that make me smile, put a smile on my face, right? What is it? What puts a smile on your face? Your favorite food, your kids, your family members, your friends, your soul tribe. What puts a smile on your face? That's where you're going to take yourself to. You're going to nurture yourself, right? Do something that's nostalgic. These are the same people on this card. This is this man when he was a boy. This is a little boy. This is this dog when it was a puppy, right? So you're going to do something that's going to really, really make you feel, that's going to really put a smile on your face. Like balance out those emotions. You're not even going to overthink it. It's like second nature to you. You know what? I'm not in that relationship anymore. Okay, I thought about that person today. That's okay. Maybe they're thinking about me, but now it's time for me because I'm in a new realm now. Now it's time for me to focus on nurturing myself. Take the blindfolds off. See it for what it really is. You got bitten by a snake. You got bitten by a snake. That's the truth. You got bitten by a snake. So take the blindfolds off and stop trying to make yourself believe it's something other than a snake. Oh, maybe I got bitten by, an ant. Oh, if it looks like a snake and it hisses like a snake, then guess what it is? Definitely not an ant, right? So yes, you've gotten bitten by a snake, but guess what? You didn't die in a sense where you had a heart attack or your body was lowered into the ground. You had a rebirth experience. Like that had to happen to help you to recognize you do have access to your divine feminine energy. You may have been looking for this energy to be a nurturer, right? So when we think of nurturer, we think of mom, right? We think of, feminine energy, because that's what it is. Feminine energy is nurturing. It's very cyclic, right? It pulls you in. It's very magnetic. But then when you realize, hey, that had to happen, that situation had to happen because what was birthed in me is tapping into my divine feminine energy. So then now I know I can nurture myself. Yes, nurture yourself. Let's talk about the number 53 for a second, because 53 is important. All numbers are important, right? We're talking about the vibration of numbers, which I love, love, love numbers. 53, when you think about the number 53, always think of this. 53 is a leadership number. And so it's best that you work for yourself. We're talking about the vibration of the number 53. You are oriented towards financial abundance and business, or would thrive in a field that you use your gifts of invention. It also means that you are creative, you are free, you're very verbal, you're highly inquisitive. It means that you can accomplish a lot even with faced with obstacles. You're very, very focused, right? I love it, love it, love it. So again, this situation had to happen to you, especially if there's some kind of missing of some kind of nurturing in your life. Like if you go back to your childhood and you feel like you weren't nurtured enough, like something that you really, really needed to have, right? So again, this is where you, Leo, are going to be vulnerable, like really, really be vulnerable with yourself, right? Because you've already been vulnerable with people who either misused or abused you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so when you soften yourself, like you don't have to come out like rah, rah, rah. When you really soften yourself, what you're doing is aligning with the rhythms of the universe and your own truth. What is it that you needed to tap into that made you like feel more maternal, like that nurturing energy, right? What is it that you like to do to make you feel more, maybe you connect with women in your life, or maybe you connect with a man who is very, very in tune with the divine feminine side of himself, right? We're not even talking about sexuality. We're talking about duality. We're talking about balancing out your own energy, right? Maybe that's what you do. And so this is a time where you're going to generate self-love, right? Yeah, you're going to gently invite creativity back into your life, right? Do you like to paint? Do you like to sing? Do you like to write poetry? Do you like, what is it that you like to do to nurture yourself, right? I get to this point, you get the point, right? And something that connects with your childhood. What is it that you like to do, like in your childhood, that connects you to the maternal side of your family? Like we're just going to really balance out that energy. Yeah, this is not a time to beat you up. Matter of fact, when you think about it, especially people who may have had like really healthy relationships with women in their family, whether it be your mom, whether it be your aunties, whether it be grandmother or whatever. And let's just say you were in a relationship and your heart was broken. Who was that person there to offer you that warm hug, right? Maybe that person is not in this realm anymore, but this is where you're going to hug yourself, the little boy or the little girl in you, like really, really nurture yourself. This is the time to be vulnerable, really. Let the universe just help you with this, right? So you're trying to align with the rhythm of the universe, right? And getting in touch with yourself. And this is what's going to create this right here. Feeling more magnetic, more happy, more free, right? So many times people are looking for their soulmate or their twin flame outside of themselves, not even recognizing you are your own soulmate, you're your own twin flame, right? You are that, you're already that person, right? It's about tapping into that. And so when you connect with another person who is also balanced out, you'll recognize it right away, just like you'll recognize somebody who is out of balance. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, here we go. All right, and so here we have the World card, which is Saturn, right? So Saturn is retrograde right now. Again, encouraging you to focus on your ambitions, your long-term goals, because Saturn is the planet of ambition, right? So you're going to be working hard. You're going to be focused on your long-term goals. But while you're focusing on your long-term goals, Leo, you're also going to be creating very healthy boundaries, meaning, okay, I've been bitten by a snake in the past. I didn't die in a literal sense, right? In a spiritual sense, I died. I had a death rebirth in a spiritual sense. And now that I know how to balance my own energy out, I'm creating very healthy boundaries, right? Because Saturn is both Aquarius and Capricorn's ruling planet. Aquarius divine masculine, Capricorn is divine feminine. Again, balance your energy out. You are focusing on your long-term goals, but again, balanced out energy, right? So we have the Magician card, which is stationed direct right here. Mercury is stationed direct. Your messages are coming through crystal clear. You're not overthinking it. You're not overspeaking it. It's just, it is what it is. You are in perfect rhythm with the universe. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All of this right here, balance. All of this is completely balanced out. You're not desperate for people to be in your inner circle. You're not out here looking for your better half. You're not even looking. You're not even saying it because, hey, your energy is speaking for itself, right? And on top of that, here we have the Hangman, which is attached to the planet Neptune, which is also retrograde right now. Remember, we have 4 planets that's retrograde right now. You're focusing on just being patient with the process. Going after your dream, nurturing that dream. Again, whatever it is that's nostalgic to you, that you love to do as a child, you're using that to nurture yourself. You're not even looking for another person. You know what's interesting? What's interesting is a lot of times when you don't know how this works, how you can tap into your own divine masculine or divine feminine energy, and how people look for that outside of themselves, really believing that opposites attract, right? Okay. So that may be true in some instances, but when your energy is completely balanced out, you can spot a person who is out of balance immediately before they even open their mouth. Like really, before their energy, everything about them, they just seem desperate. I don't care how much money they make. I don't care how gifted and talented they are. I don't care what their title is. They could be a mayor. They could be the president of the United States or president of whatever country, because I know, or wherever, because I know I have subscribers from all over the world. But they could have the highest level positions, no matter. They could be a director, manager, whatever. Y'all get my drift. My point is that it's something in a person that is out of balance that they just ooze out of balance. They do. You're cool, calm, and collected. You're not desperate. You're not pressed. You're not out here just going out here. I got to go find somebody. I got to be married to somebody. I got to have kids with somebody by a certain age. I got to get this degree by this certain age. I got to do this. No, you just really chilled out because you already know who you are. You are a god, right? Not only that, your ruling planet is a star, which is the sun, right? You already shine brightly. You are very, very, you realize just how powerful you are. So you're not even rushing to be in a relationship with anybody. You're not pressed for that job. You're not pressed to be in that relationship. You're not pressed. You're not desperate for anything. It just is what it is. Everything about your energy says, hey, I know who I am. I would be an asset to your organization. I would be an asset to this relationship. That is not arrogance. That it just is what it is, right? And so there's this flow in your energy that just, this confidence, but it's still high vibrating, right? It's not, like I said, it's not arrogance at all. You're still very positive. You're still very passionate. You're still very friendly. People want to be around you. They're drawn to your energy. People are like, oh, this person is a showboat. This person, they're not even, when you're laughing, they're laughing with you. They're not laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? You're victorious right here. Throw up the V. The V, the letter V for victory, VICTORY. Somebody was a cheerleader. Yes, so you're very, very powerful. And here's another wonderful thing too, Leos. Okay, see right here, this moon right here? Remember, prior to this new moon, we had a waning moon, right? So waning moon, I was telling everybody, hey, there are going to be some relationships that are falling out of range. Let it happen. They're falling by the wayside. No resistance whatsoever. You don't call me anymore. That's cool. I'm not going to say anything bad about you. I'm not even going to think anything bad about you because I'm not even creating space for negativity. It is what it is, right? It just is what it is. If you got to go, just be gone. No problem. No harm, no foul. Because we create our own karma. If they're talking negatively about you, Leo, hey, not your problem. You've ascended, gone to the next level, while they are descending, falling out of range. No more tricky relationships. This is why I don't want you all to really beat yourselves up over not being able to hit a light switch and forget about a person. No, it doesn't work like that. If they're still in your space, especially depending on how many years they've been in your energy space, it may take half that time to completely get them out of your space. And I'm talking about this is sometimes feels like an uphill battle. Every time you have a thought about them, first of all, you can do cord cutting ceremonies, you can meditate, you can remove them from your space, all of those things. And I've talked to enough people to help them with that. But in the event, because we have no control over these moon phases, right? You can learn the moon phases. You can get in front of all of this. So if you have a thought or dream about an ex or whatever, ex job, ex colleague, ex lover, ex whomever, ex, you can get in front of it and you can acknowledge, hey, yeah, I did have something with that person at one point and I remember the good times, but I also remember why that person is an ex. Okay, let me move on, right? You're not sitting there beating yourself up for half of the 1,440 minutes in a 24-hour span thinking about that person, right? What's that, 700 and something, whatever the time frame. You're not giving that amount of minutes in a day to thinking about, why can't I just get this person out of my mind? Then you go into depression, you're anxiety ridden, you can't get your mind straight, you're calling your friends, you've given an enormous amount of time as to why you can't get this person out of your space, instead of saying, yeah, I acknowledge it, we did have some good times, but the relationship is over, I understand why they my ex, I don't have anything bad to say about them, but let me just keep moving forward, right? Yes. How long that takes? 60 seconds. Boom. You can spend the rest of the time thinking about other stuff, thinking about bringing more money into your household, nurturing yourself, doing things you love, planning your vacation trips, whatever you need to do. Boom. Here we have the Knight of Cups. And so when you balance out your energy, this is how you look to other people. There are so many people who are attracted to Leos that it's not even funny. You know why? I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people, and people really, really do love Leos, right? So you balancing out your own energy, and this is how you look to people. This is your divine feminine side of yourself, right? So you're a little bit romantic, more romantic. People are drawn to your magnetic energy, and so you get to choose at this point, Leo, who you will allow to come closer to you and who you need to kind of sort of create some distance with. Let me take a look at this person a little bit longer, right? Let me take a look at this job a little bit longer before I decide I'm gonna apply for this, because it looks like it's great, but let me meditate on this for a minute. Or when I interview, let me take some time before I respond to them to let them know whether I'll take the position or not. You see what I'm saying? Or if I meet a new person, let me just step back. This is not listening to other people's gossip. This is not listening to third-party information about them. This is listening to the God in you. Right? The God in you telling you everything you need to know about this person. So yes, this is how you're looking to a lot of people right now, because why? You have balanced out your own energy. You thought that you needed another person outside of yourself to complete you, but guess what, Leo? Already complete. You're already complete. Already complete. You never see half of a sun, a quarter of a sun. I just see a sun shining bright, right? Shining bright for all to see. Now you recognize how powerful you are. Spend time with friends. This is what you want to do. You want to spend time with friends. You want to spend time, whether your friends are your soul tribe or people that's on your same frequency, but you want to reconnect with, like I said, the maternal side of yourself, even if you have to go back to your old neighborhood and connect with some friends that you haven't talked to in a long time, just to catch up, right? It doesn't even have to be that deep. It's just say, hey, what you been doing for the last 10, 15, 20 years or whatever? Okay. Hey, just checking in, right? Just that's it. But again, you want to spend some time with some friends. Also, you want to plan a trip for yourself. You want to connect with the maternal side of yourself. Whether you had a healthy relationship with your mom or not, if your mom is still in this realm or not, you have other women in your family that you can connect with. If your mom is no longer in this realm, you can meditate. You can go to the next frequency and connect with your mom. But you absolutely have divine feminine energy in your chart. That's what you want to connect with, that maternal side, that magnetic side of yourself, that part of you that is cyclic, right? You want to do things that you are going to nurture yourself. But vulnerability is actually strength, Leo. And so that balances out your own energy. And that's how you get the best out of your life in this realm. That's what it's all about, creating heaven in this realm for yourself. That's what I have for you, Leos. Have a fantastic weekend. But then again, I know you are, because that's the intention you set, right? Bye.